How's it going, guys? Universe back again with another video. As you can see here, we have the J-8F here. First, I want to say out just by straight away the disappointment that I have is it's pretty bad. The J-8F is definitely disappointing, and I mean that not because the jet is bad, but I mean because of the other jets that are released with it. Out of everything that is being released in the I think it's La Royale update that's coming. So I've been playing more than I have been reading about it. It's just disappointing. The J-8F is like probably one of the worst in the update, and that's sad because there's so much opportunity. The PL-8 is probably the only thing good about the J-8F, and the PL-8 is phenomenal. It's very long range. Like I was getting like 5-kilometer range missile shots off, and it's fast as hell. And it turns good too, 40 Gs instead of 30 from the PL-5s. But in general, the J-8F is just disappointing. It's low flare count, makes it extremely not effective when it comes to playing in actual dogfights and engagement. And the PL-8s as well too. They're just extremely flareable. You can flare them with ease, which is such a shame. Because considering that the J-8F is supposed to be able to carry 6 PL-8s, it's only able to carry 4 and 2 PL-5Bs. It's such a shame. I will actually put a photo of a real J-8F. I don't know if this is actually J-8F. It could be a J-8H. So I'm not sure. I think I said J-8. I meant to say... No, J-8AH. J-8H. That's what I meant to say. I apologize. It could be one of the two, the F or the H, I don't know. But there obviously is a PL-8 on the end of the wings, which is such a shame that they only decided to make 4. Obviously, I understand that it's more of a balancing issue. They don't want the PL-8 to be overpowered or power creeping, and I absolutely 100% understand, and I agree. I don't want it to power creep as well, too. But in my opinion, this also means that the J-8 it can't compare to the other jets that are released in this update, like the Mirage 2000 and the F-14 Bravo, which I'm not going to speak much on the F-14 Bravo, but I'm telling you guys I will be making a video on that extremely soon. Maybe when it comes out, I'll have it spaded and everything ready to go so I can make a video on that. I'm not going to comment much on it because I obviously want to save my opinion on it for the video. But from everything else, the J-8F just cannot compare to most of these planes. And it's just such a shame. My opinion on what could be fixed, and you'll see in the background here, this F1, I'm about to shoot off a 5-kilometer PL-8, and it's going to hit. It's just insane how far it could go. And I don't even have to question if it'll hit. It will indeed hit. But I feel like there's so much better opportunity. The PL-8, there's just not enough of it. Like, especially with how bad the J-8 is. The J-8 can barely dogfight, and it doesn't have a lot of fuel. And it doesn't have many flares. Like, it has 64 flares, but that's not a lot. That's not a lot of flares. And you may think it is, until you realize it really is not a lot of flares. I run out very quickly. Obviously, within these dev server matches, there's not a lot of real players. But if I'm running out with only a couple real players, then imagine what's happening when I'm going against an entire lobby of actual real players. And it's a shame because there's just so much better opportunity for it. I feel like one thing that they could do to avoid power creep is to keep the PL-8 the way it is, where it's easy to flare, but it's still extremely maneuverable and extremely dangerous. And to give it the J-8F, give it 6 of them, the way it was intended, and add more flares. If you add more flares and give it the 6 PL-8s and keep the PL-8s the way that they are, I don't think you would power creep. I really don't think you would, because the J-8F is just not good at dogfighting. It just simply is not. You see this F-14 here? He's not paying attention. Far distance, but I can shoot that off comfortably, and gone. That's pretty insane. Obviously, if they're paying attention, it's flared. They're gonna flare it, and it's useless. And it's such a shame because I would rather it not. But you know, obviously, I don't want there to be power creep. But I also feel like there's just you know. There's just so much better opportunity for the J-8F, and I'm really just sad about it, because I had plans the minute I saw the J-8F was going to be released, and the PL-8s. The first thing I did was, I'm going to buy GE, and I'm gonna GE it and get it completely spaded for the day it releases, because I was so excited. For those who don't know about my channel, I am an extreme China main. I absolutely love China, and the tech tree for China. Obviously, I'm not like a China country fanboy. I'm more of like the air fighters. I love the J-10, the J-11. Those are very, very close. So obviously, with the J-8F being released, I obviously was extremely excited because it means we're just getting closer and closer to the J-10, J-11, which are my favorites. So it's just sad to see the J-8F being released in such a shitty form. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they could have released like a J-10 with the F-14 Bravo being released. I feel like that would have been more balanced because another Mirage 2000 and another F-14 Bravo and then another J-8. You know what I mean? Like, do you see the difference there? Like, the Mirage 2000, extremely good jet, making it an extremely better jet. F-14A going to an F-14 Bravo, an extremely good jet. J-8B to J-8F, meh, missile upgrade, that's about it. You're a little bit faster, that's about it. You still have shitty flare amount, and you can't compete in dogfights because you lose all your speed and you have no energy retention. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't compare at all. It doesn't compare at all when it comes to, like, improvement. Like, there's barely any improvement other than missiles. That's why, in my opinion, I'm like, so disappointed with the J-8F release because there's just so much better opportunity to make it better. I really wish they would have released the J-10 or the J-11. Even better. Obviously, I know they're going to release the SU-27 first before they release the J-11, which is fair. Because obviously the J-11 is just a stolen version of the SC-27. Shout out China, man. But it just doesn't compare at all, and it's such a shame. I feel like there's just such a better way to go about this, and I think they should really add more PL-8s and more flares, and that'll make the J-8 good. It'll make it better. The J-8F will be a lot better. Because right now it's all right. If a player's not paying attention and you get a PL-8 on them, they're dead, right? But if they're paying attention, flared. Goodbye. Flared. You know what I mean? All that range and pull, it's gone. You know what I mean? There's just no point. With the F-14 Bravo, you get like 8 missiles, right? That are all extremely decent. And the jet is just phenomenal. It can dogfight. Its energy retention is incredible. It's fast as hell, and you get a lot of missiles. And not to mention, too, I'm going to keep my mouth shut here because I just realized I'm going into the F-14 Bravo here when I said I wasn't. It just doesn't compare. That's what I'm trying to say, all right? I hope, genuinely, and I'm praying for this, that they add more stuff to the J-8F. I really hope they do because this is disappointment. This is a complete disappointment for me. Not to mention the PL-11s are just resident sleeper. They are so meh, they're not that great. It's like an AIM-7F, but like it's worse, to be honest, in my opinion. There's just no point in carrying it. If you carry it, you lose 2 PL-8s, which there's no point, because why would you want 2 PL-5Bs and 2 PL-8s and 1 PL-11? Yeah, or 2 PL-11s. Like, why would you want that? That doesn't make any sense. I'd rather have 4 PL-8s, 2 PL-5Bs, right, and just sneak up behind people and get kills. Because, honestly, the radar is kind of scuffed. And not to mention, you get a helmet-mounted sight. That's also another thing that's good about the J-8F. You get a helmet-mounted sight, so it's even better, right? But it just doesn't compare to what the F-14 Bravo and the Mirage 2000, I think it was 5F or whatever the hell it is, F5, I don't know. I'm not a France main, so I don't know any of those jets. But it just doesn't compare, and it's so sad. It's so sad. So I'm really hoping that with the release of the J-8 that they add either more missiles, more flares, or both. And maybe upgrade the PL-8 to be even better than what it is. I also want to mention something in the background. Because you can see here, guys, I am currently in a rate fight with the F-14. I'm going to show you guys and demonstrate to you guys what offsetting the 2-circle is. What you're pretty much doing is you're not pulling too hard on your stick, or pretty much on your mouse, and you're going up, and then when you face back towards the ground, you pull as hard as you can. And you can see, look how hard I pulled into him. Obviously, I lost a lot of speed, but if I replicate this exact same thing again and again, I will just offset the 2-circle and I will win every single time. I obviously spot that guy straight ahead. I get a PL-8 off. It's just a bot, so he's not going to flare. And he's dead. This F-14 decides to go after an AI and ends up leaving the 2-circle and just putting himself right in my guns. And in this case here, this is where the PL-8 shines. Obviously, the F-14A is an extremely hot jet, so it's not going to be able to flare it, and it's dead. But the F-14 Bravo, it will flare it every single time. And, yeah. All I can say is I'm disappointed. I hope the J-8F will be upgraded, either with flares, more missiles, or better missiles, like the PL-8 getting buffed. That's all I can hope for, truthfully. because I'm disappointed. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. I'm going to be releasing that F-14 Bravo video hopefully extremely soon. And yeah, have a great day, guys.